The following video is brought to you by Bachelor Pad Economics by Aaron Clary, the Pharaoh Kane Kickstarter, and Rated R, an audiobook. The links will be in the description below, and we strongly suggest you check them out.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, no matter what you think about the girl that you slept with mistakenly, at the very least, at the end of the day, you're not Mark Hamill right now, because god damn.
That poor motherfucker.
Oh my god.
That man shuffling in the background is the last standing Samoan Nick Utam.
I sold 60 boxes of Samoan Girl Scout cookies. What?
Oops. And finally, Kendo Slice.
Go away, a bite.
So, folks, we are back from New Orleans, and get ready to go deep into some world-class bullshitting tonight. We got a very good episode. You know what? Fuck that. Strike it. We have a great episode for you in store tonight, and I'm very excited, no matter how shitty my voice sounds, to present this episode to you. So, before we get into anything too special yet, let's talk about our listener of the week, who actually is very, very special, Alexandra Mizgina. She's been listening to the show for a very long time. She's very active in our Facebook group, so we'd like to thank her this week. Also, a very special shout out to our meme winner of the week, Joseph DiDiano, for his Han Solo meme. If you would like to win the meme of the week, post it to the Facebook group and make us laugh. Now, this week we don't have any new patrons, but that's fine. But a quick message to the current patrons. Guys, this week's special patron content is going to go live on Saturday as opposed to Wednesday because, as I said, we were out of town. We got home at 3 in the morning on Wednesday, and it's been kind of a weird 36-hour cycle. I didn't really sleep much. We had the live streams, but don't worry. Everyone's going to get what's coming to them. And that sounds a lot meaner than it sounds.
Revenge.
Yeah, I know. Killing somebody.
Let's fuck them up.
Now, before we get into the news, one final thing. A little bit of housekeeping. So, I read all your comments, I know what you guys say, and you definitely want these shill videos, and I'd like to give them to you. Now, before we get into who's a shill, who's not a shill, everyone keeps telling me about this Star Wars Explained situation. I don't know who Star Wars Explained is. Let me push back the curtain a little bit and tell you about World Class Bullshitters, or just me personally. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I don't have time for it. To do stuff for you guys on the channel takes a lot of time, editing, researching, writing, all that stuff. And that's fine. No complaint. But I don't know who Star Wars Explained is. So if you guys want me to cover Star Wars Explained in great detail and make a shill video about this dude, it's real simple. All you got to do is tell me down in the comments or write me an email. That would be even better. To worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com. And fill me in on the situation. And if you give me like where I can watch a video and what video and to like determine where he kind of flipped the script and became a shill and all that stuff, that'd be awesome because I will give you guys that video. I know you desperately want me to talk about it, and I want to. But there's one thing about World Class Bullshitters that people don't take into account. Anytime we talk about something, we research it. So we haven't talked about the Last Jedi Blu-ray sales. Why? Because, well, sales figures weren't out. And everyone was jumping the gun making videos like, oh, it's a failure, oh, it's a flop, and then it comes to be the #1 video release. That would kind of look stupid for World Class Bullshitters. So that's why I don't really jump the gun on these things. And that's why I need to do research on this Star Wars Explained situation. So if you guys would just send it to me, I'll work on it, and I'll get it out in the coming week. Also, Collider shills and stuff like that. Everyone's jumping the gun on this one, but I've been working on a video about The Last Jedi Blu-ray, and the Collider shill situation comes up in it. So you'll get some of that, and, down the road we'll make more of that, because I got to do some research for that too, but don't worry, you'll get that. Finally, there's a whole video about Solo coming up soon, so that's going to be exciting. More exciting than the movie itself. So with that out of the way, let's get to the news, because next week it's irrelevant. So, Dion, hug your child.
Yes.
Hug your wife.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you the saddest story of all time.
Shit.
This comes from digitalspy.com. Mark Hamill says he doesn't care anymore about returning to Star Wars. You just can't get the band back together. The question of whether Luke Skywalker will return to Star Wars Episode 9 has been dogging fans ever since the iconic character was killed off in The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill himself has remained coy about the prospect, which could technically happen, at least in the Star Wars universe sense, with him returning as a Force ghost. However, The star has now suggested he has lost the enthusiasm for appearing in the films, especially with the passing of co-star Carrie Fisher and the on-screen death of Han Solo, Harrison Ford. It really has tarnished my ability to enjoy it to the fullest, Hamill told ABC News of Fisher's passing. You were asking earlier, are you going to come back? I don't care anymore on that level because Han Solo is gone, Luke is gone. You just can't get the band back together the way you wanted it to be and should be. It is what it is. Rather than being sorry that we can't have more of her, I'm just grateful that we had her for the time we did. So, Dion, I know you're crying right now. Wipe your tears off.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of happy he had to say this because instead of bitching about the movie and stuff like that, I think he was able to hit the long-term hardcore fans in the feels and let them know that he's done, and maybe this will kind of help push those people away from Episode 9.
You know what? To be honest, it still makes me sad. Not because of, I'm not going to see him in the next movie because I ain't fucking spending money for that shit. But it makes me sad because you literally turned the biggest cheerleader for Star Wars, and bar none, Mark Hamill was, until The Force Awakens, the biggest cheerleader for Star Wars. And it makes me sad because you took a guy who unequivocally, he loved being a part of it. He loved doing it with Carrie and with Harrison Ford. And you've turned him, one, you made him say something in the first place, then you made him shut up. And now he's at the point where the dude is just defeated and doesn't give a shit anymore. And that fucking saddens me. I mean, you have one of the greatest franchises of all time, and you've broken the fucking the face of that franchise down, which is bullshit, which is absolute bullshit. And the fact that, Disney and Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy don't have the fucking balls to admit that, you know what, this is not a good sign that Mark Hamill doesn't want to do it anymore. That's one of the most retarded things of all time. You can't say, hey, the face of the franchise doesn't want to do it anymore. That would be like Tom Brady saying, hey, fuck the NFL. I hate football now. I don't care about football. People would be like, yo, that's really fucked up. And that's what makes me so sad about this.
Kendo, Nick, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw it coming. I mean, once he died and all the press was done for Last Jedi, and whatever they told him to say and all that other bullshit. I mean, I'm glad he's done. I hope to see him in other movies pop up randomly, because I loved a small part in Kingsman Part 1.
Oh yeah,
that was wonderful. It was a nice surprise. They didn't show any trailers or anything like that with him in it. I thought it was good. I would love to see him pop up in other movies and other franchises and other stuff for as long as he wants to. Because I mean, once again, he was the biggest cheerleader and everything for the whole franchise, and for him to just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm out, is just a telling of how drained everybody is from the movies and the franchises and the universes and all this other bullshit. So for him to just be like, I'm out is extremely telling of the whole process and how they're just trying to just milk everything for its worth, and it's not working.
Yeah, I kind of echo all that. If 7 and 8 didn't suck as bad as they did, I might actually care. But because the movies were so fucking bad, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm glad you're giving up on it, Mark. I'm glad you're with us now. You understand these movies are complete shit and that you want to have no part of it. And then I personally don't have to see Mark Hamill just being dragged around like a broken down show pony for, hey kids, look, Luke Skywalker's in the movie. Come see it.
Well, Nick, you talked about milking. They've milked all the nostalgia out of the modern movies now.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean Lando Calrissian coming back. Billy D. Williams isn't going to bring in the money.
No, man. Even if he shows up in Part 9 randomly, and it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna be like, okay, cool, he's there. That's it.
The thing is, people don't want the characters just to be there. They want to see them interact with the characters that they were used to interacting with.
I mean, in all honesty, there was the only interaction we have is between Han and Leia in Part 7, which was barely anything. And and Luke and Leia in Part 8, but once again, it was the last little bit of the movie, and it wasn't even really him. It was his fucking force projection or some shit. So, and there's not. It wasn't their story. Even though it was their story to begin with, they've somehow stolen the story from them and given it to the younger kids the younger characters who are fucking like just empty shells or one-dimensional characters with no depth, no feeling, no nothing, no story, no anything. We don't like for them I don't like whenever I watch them on screen it's just like cool, you're gonna go this place and do this thing that's fucking pointless. It's gonna waste 30 minutes of time. So why did you do it? Why did you send them on this mission or whatever? It's like I don't feel anything for them. I don't.
So what you're telling me is you're not looking forward to the inevitable Rose Tico centric episode 9.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Star Wars episode 9: The Rise of Tico.
Yeah.
Tico
mania.
It's running wild, brother.
Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. All right, we're gonna go through all the movie and we're gonna see a lot of Rose, a lot of Rey, a lot of Kylo. Okay. All of a sudden, Rey and Kylo fight. She's about to kill him, and Tika comes out with her fucking purple or Hello Kitty colored lightsaber and stops it and fights Rey, and then eventually dies. And then Rey kills Tico and Rey kills Kylo, and that's the end of the movie.
That actually doesn't sound terrible. Disney, if you're listening, book it, make it happen.
And then, like, as they're both like holding lightsabers against each other, you have like these weird flashbacks of Tico using like fucking force power throughout all the movies. All of a sudden,
she's in The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
she used to be Lobot in a former life.
No, yeah, that's gonna happen. Like you see, like her do flashbacks from part like 7 and 8 and 9 of like little things that happened that went wrong that like she did with her force powers because she's been like the Darth, like the Sith Lord the whole time, like. Fuck the other guy. It's just been her the whole time.
She was secretly Darth Sidious.
Rey, when Rey cuts her in half with the lightsaber, you just see this big old explosion and like all these potato chips just fall to the ground. And then that dude, vinegar. And then the black dude from Dexter, Sergeant Dokes, comes out and goes, "Fries, motherfucker!"
Just like around a tree real quick, Yeah.
Sergeant Dokes, is that you?
God, I love Dexter.
Surprise, motherfucker! Green lightsaber, motherfucker!
Fuck you!
It had to happen. It had to happen.
So, even though the fans don't like this, I would like for us to stop talking about Star Wars, but I can't. Because there's something just as stupid. Actually, this is dumber. The last thing was kind of depressing. This is just fucking stupid. So, there's a tweet out there floating around with 106,000 likes and 33.2 thousand retweets from a guy named J.M. McNabb.
Should have nudity.
What?
I said, with all that nudity involved in this tweet.
Sadly, no. It's just pictures of old Carrie Fisher. So, I just realized that Luke Skywalker's story begins with Leia sending a projection of herself asking for help, and it ends with Luke sending a projection to help Leia. Yeah.
Okay. Go fuck yourself.
First off, it's fucking wrong because she was sending that to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Luke just kind of... It's like, if you intercept somebody's phone and you find nude pictures of their girlfriend, those pictures weren't for you, buddy. You may enjoy them, but they weren't meant for you.
They are now.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to... Luke goes on a journey to save this chick.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it's like you're forgetting the biggest plot point. She says at the end of the fucking thing, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope." Not help me, Luke Skywalker. Some kid I've never fucking met before. On a desert planet.
Yeah, she doesn't even. When he comes to rescue her, she's like, "You're who?"
Yeah.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. I'm with Ben Kenobi. He has your R2 in it. Ben Kenobi, let's go. Ugh.
Well, first, aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
Yeah. Huh? Oh, the uniform.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be Dustin. Don't fuck up the goddamn the lines here, buddy.
But I didn't fuck up the lines. I skipped that part because that was irrelevant for the Are You Short for a Stormtrooper?
Fucking it up. That counts as fucking it up, bro.
If I quoted this in a paragraph, I would use an ellipses and then start the quote where I choose to. Therefore, it's accurate.
Then get with it, god damn it.
I'm with the program, bitch. I started this program, all right? Fuck off. No, all joking aside, though, as we drop Kendo from the call randomly, this is like, this goes to show you how dumb fans are, because they don't even pay attention to what's in the fucking movie. They try to make it about themselves. And everyone gets on board because it makes them feel good. And it's all wrong. It's not even just like my opinion that it's wrong. It's like factually wrong within the story.
Yeah. It's factually wrong. It's just like, just look, it's there. So it's not even in an extended universe, some fucking book that's buried in somebody's like attic somewhere. It is blatantly there in the movie that you can go watch anywhere.
Well, this J.M. McNabb guy's got people over at Pop Sugar and CNET and all this other dumb shit. They're writing articles about this guy's tweet, acting like it's fucking relevant. It's not. It's wrong. So any of these websites that's going to go on and continue this fake news should just go fuck themselves and close their website down forever. Yeah, that's hyperbolic, but I don't give a shit.
No, I agree with you 100%, man. Like, yeah, because, yeah, she sent it to fucking Ben Kenobi. The fact that he intercepts it means nothing. He was just there. He's cannon fodder.
Plus, like if you're gonna the problem I have, I get the idiotic Rian Johnson led militia and thing. Oh, that's what he meant to do is
oh my god.
And I get that, right? I'll give you that. But the fact is, you're okay with them referencing an old movie and bringing that trope to the new ones, but everything else which describes the characters, you're okay with them ignoring. So you're okay with, hey, that's how they met based on a projection. It was from R2D2, right? It's come for a circle, but you're not okay with the fact that kid who was hopeful, who became a Jedi Knight, was this broken down old man who waited until the last fucking minute to come and save his sister. So that makes sense to you. So it's okay that it comes full circle, but the referencing of itself is of a completely different character from a completely different movie, because that's not the same fucking Luke Skywalker, and it's to the detriment of the fucking film. That's what pisses me off about that. That should piss you off that he changed the character, but then references the first one. You should be like, okay, so you know what you're doing. You know that you're fucking up the film. You know that you're referencing a film in which you're fucking destroying. Anyone that writes about this and goes, oh my God, he's so brilliant, needs to fucking grab a knife and stab himself in the kneecap, because that means that you're okay with him looking at the original Star Wars, going, okay, this is what the character is. This is what that message meant. That's what it meant to the franchise. And then saying, fuck all that. I'm just going to put the most watered down version of it in the end. You're okay with that. Thank you. We'll fucking cut.
And Leia's a space witch.
A switch.
A switch.
The Nintendo Switch. That was stupid. Anyway, speaking of stupid, one final piece of Star Wars news that is probably it's not even news. So, this comes from our friends, quotation at Fox News, Handmaid's Tale writer Margaret Atwood. Star Wars inspired 9/11 terrorists. Now, have you guys heard about this?
No,
not a lot, man.
This has been on many. This was on the Huffington Post. This was here. It was on Market Watch.
Oh my god.
Margaret Atwood, best known for writing the book-turned-TV series Handmaid's Tale, believes the terrorists who attacked the U.S. on September 11th were inspired by the Star Wars movies. Atwood, 78, told Variety, which paid tribute to the author as one of the magazine's powerful women honorees, that she believed the movie franchise influenced the terrorists who carried out the attacks. Atwood was recalling a time when the 2000 opera of The Handmaid's Tale started with a film reel going across the top of a stage that showed various things blowing up, including the World Trade Center. They, the terrorists, didn't get that idea from my opera, don't worry, Atwood said. They got the idea from Star Wars. When Variety asked the Canadian-born author if she really believes that, she backed up her claim. Remember the first one, Atwood, referring to episode 4 on New Hope? Two guys flying a plane in the middle of something that gets blown up. The only difference is that Star Wars, they get away. Right after 9/11, they hired a bunch of screenwriters to tell them how the story might go next. Sci-fi writers are very good at this stuff, anticipating future events. They don't all come true, but there are interesting what-if scenarios.
Well, here's the thing. About 2 or 3 years ago, I remember there was a big, thing about this again, where Back to the Future predicted 9/11. There's a whole 13 or 14 minute video about it. And if you it's just them connecting dots to dumb shit. And if you wear your tinfoil hat too much, and you watch it long enough, you'll start to believe it. But it's just like. It's kind of like, the Lincoln and Kennedy stuff that's similar. It's just coincidence. It doesn't mean anything.
But my whole thing is, so Star Wars predicted it. 9/11 happened in 2011. Specifically, Star Wars because it's two guys fly a plane, apparently not together because she didn't watch the movie unless she's referencing Return of the Jedi, and that got them to do 9/11. What about Executive Decision? What about Air Force One? What about Passenger 57? So it's specifically Star Wars because it's a spaceship, but not the movies that specifically include people taking over a plane to do damage with said plane or through said plane. But it's Star Wars specifically, but not Executive Decision, where it's a group of Islamic terrorists who specifically take over a plane to crash it over the Eastern Seaboard with nerve gas. That's not the same. It's not that movie. Okay, cool, got it. Okay, cool. You know what you're talking about, sweetheart. Good job, Daddy's proud of you. You put the thought together. Go fuck yourself.
What a stupid chick.
Yeah.
I mean, she must be senile in her
There's
old
like
age.
those people that see Jesus in toast.
Jesus, I must butter you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Amen.
Like, oh my God, you're a delicious Lord and Savior. Or they sell it on eBay to somebody that's equally stupid.
Kendo, it's like that episode of It's Always Sunny where they see Mary in the water stain.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Gotta watch it.
I haven't seen that.
Oh
episode.
god. Well, no. Here's the thing. If you see Jesus in your toast and you sell it and you make $50,000 off of it, good for fucking you.
Yeah.
Good for fucking you.
Yeah, you're not the asshole. That's the person that spent $50,000 on a piece of toast that thinks they see Jesus in it.
Yeah. Good for you for doing that.
No, this just really bothers me because she can't even get the fucking movie right. And then she's like blaming Star Wars. And no way is Star Wars responsible for 9/11.
No, it doesn't. Nor does Back to the Future predict 9/11. I mean, you're putting random shit together, you know, that you think coincide with these things. And yeah, I mean, it could be the same thing. Somebody could have watched Back to the Future and fucking, you know, gone Harry Carey on the Twin Towers, but that shit didn't happen. I'm sorry.
So what you're saying is George Bush was a huge Star Wars fan. That's where he got the idea to perform 9/11. Haven't you seen Loose Change?
Oh my god.
So what's the deal with Back to the Future and 9/11 now?
It's a video that like it goes through like the fine, like it doesn't. It's not really fine details. It's just like you know, there's narration and it goes into like, you know, Muslim terrorists and the Libyans and the cars and, you know, like how they're attacking at the Twin Pines Mall.
Oh boy!
So what you're telling me is
And even the clock when it says like 1:16 a.m. if you turn it upside down, it's like 9/11, and the two pine trees are the two towers, you know.
So what you're telling me is when the Libyans crashed their shitty VW van into that photo booth that predicted 9/11.
Correct.
Nearly 20 years later. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I believe everything.
I'll send you the
on the
video
internet.
and you can watch it. You tell me what you think.
I will pass because I have
Find a box of straws.
I have other things to do.
Yeah, I watched it once and I had to stop it. I was like, you're just like really grasping at straws. You're trying to get your point across. Like it's like those flat earther videos. It's like, oh, the reason, like, you know, and they show you a ball and they pour water and it's like, look, water doesn't stick to the ball. And they show a plate and pour water and it's like, oh, look, water stays in the plate. The earth is flat. It's like, fuck you.
It's called fucking gravity.
that
These
ball,
people are,
yeah.
Ooh.
Spin that ball as fast as the Earth is spinning, the water will stick to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't handle more flat earthers. It makes me want to pull my hair out or shit my pants. One of the two.
Just shit on them. Shit on
shit
them.
on them.
Literally, just shit on them.
If the world is round, why doesn't it turn with the earth when you pull out your hair, bro? Fucking proven wrong, asshole.
Thanks, Jaden.
I think what we should do is we should create a new movement called the Flat Universe and be like, look at this billiards table. You see how all these round balls are on it? They're like the planets, right? But they're on the flat universe. And the pockets are black holes.
You know what? Don't say that shit. Don't fucking say that shit because like after this episode airs, once people get to this point in the fucking podcast, there's gonna be like 100,000 websites. Flatuniverse.com is gonna be like a thing.
That's fine.
And they're going to sell T-shirts. They're going to miss out on that opportunity. That's really the problem.
And I'm going to say right now that is my theory. I'm copyrighting it eventually. I haven't got the paperwork in. So any and everybody that does it, expect a lawsuit.
Well, Nick, to jump on what you said, I think people have stopped listening at this point because we're not talking about Star Wars anymore.
Oh shit, you're right. Star Wars.
That's true.
Star Wars, Flat Universe Star Wars, The Force Awakens is garbage, Star Wars, Fuck The Last Jedi, Star Wars, Daisy Ridley's actually really ugly, Star Wars, the end. Thank you for watching World Class Bullshitters. Anyway, let's move forward to something.
Yeah, I saw her pictures from like her birthday thing or whatever, and I was like, God damn, woman.
She was wearing a onesie.
Yeah, she was wearing a onesie. I was like, shit, you're going out in public, like, put your face on or something. God damn it.
She just looks like she smells
She was
really
in a
bad.
romper.
She looks like she smells like cabbage.
Close enough. Cabbage and B.O.
She's a carny.
She does have tiny hands.
Oh, she picks your pocket at the carnival.
Yeah, you were in the biggest, the
fucking
highest grossing
official
movie
Star
of the year.
Wars romper.
You robbed me. Ugh.
Fucking Jippo.
God damn it.
Well, hey, let's move forward with some other garbage bullshit news. Jessica Jones will return after being renewed for a third season. Woo!
Yay.
Yeah, so after a little after a month after its debut on March 8th, International Women's Day, that wasn't planned, Netflix has announced that Marvel will be following the sophomore season of Jessica Jones with a third season. Yay.
It seems like nobody really likes Jessica Jones, so I don't know why they keep like shoving it down our throats.
Equality and reasons and stuff.
You know what? I've been thinking about equality and that bullshit a lot. Especially with Last Jedi. All right, no. Hear me out. I think you and Razorfist may have talked about it last night, but I think we talked about it while we were on our vacation or whatever. But basically, the last Jedi is kind of racist because they're giving you all. They're basically telling minorities who to vote for, who to go for by by race. It's like, oh, Finn's a black guy. You should totally support him because he's black, not because he's a good character, merely because he's black. Same thing with fucking Rose Tico and Finn as well, and and every other female in there who's all the females with any power are white. So it's kind of fucked up, and you have this giant corporation telling you who to vote for and giving you false equality, in these movies for some reason, and it's really fucked up.
It is 100%, dude.
Yeah, like, and this is a white-owned company, and all they're about is money. So like they're greedy fucking bastards. So really think about that. Really think about that when you're just like, oh, Star Wars Last Jedi is equality and females and race and stuff like that. Yeah, they did that so that you can think about that and forget that they're making billions of fucking dollars off of your bullshit.
It's that goddamn Dick Cheney.
Who did he shoot this week?
God damn it.
He's out in the desert with a bunch of databases, collecting all of our data and info and precious fluids.
Wait, hold on.
You mean he works at Facebook?
Ooh.
God, have you watched any like snippets of that stuff?
No, but I keep seeing that
him
meme
on
where
his booster seat.
Oh my god.
Wait, is he really on a booster seat?
They had to give him a pillow.
Is he that little?
They had to give him something to. Yeah, he's a wee man.
Dude, he's okay. He's a Silicon Valley like tech kid. He's very tiny. He's
so
like
he's a weenie.
He's like 5'5".
Yeah, Mark O. Zuckerberg, the leprechaun.
Oh, that's why he married an Asian chick, so he'd feel tall.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I watched some snippets of it, and it's just like you have these old senators trying to communicate shit to him, and he's like, "Listen, you can do that right now. You can go through the settings of Facebook and adjust the privacy stuff. Like you can do that right now." Because you had to think Senator Kennedy from like I don't know, I think it was Texas or whatever, and he has this like really thick Southern accent. He's trying to talk to him. It's like, first of all, you don't sound intelligent at all. You sound like a dumbass. Second of all, everything you said is common knowledge and is very like it's in the settings of Facebook that you're talking about. So it was just dumb seeing like these old fogies who've barely gotten the idea of email, trying to figure out fucking Facebook.
So are we gonna win our class
him
action?
for sassing him.
Do what now?
That's paddling. Are we gonna get our class action lawsuit that we're entitled to, a whopping $17,500 per person?
Jeez,
Fuck yeah.
that'd be nice, dude.
I'll
If
take it.
like, God, if that happened, Facebook would go bankrupt overnight.
Well, let's hope it happens because I could use $17,500.
Shit, couldn't
Right,
we
we should all
Can
go
we
back to
get-
MySpace. I
There
fucking
was-
love that meme.
Yeah,
love that
you
meme
saw it
so
too. You saw it too. Like I never sold anything. I never did this and that.
Oh, picture of
Yeah,
Tom.
Steve.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
Tom never turned his back on us.
We turned our back on Tom.
You know,
Tom,
I
we're
kind of
sorry.
agree with him.
Tom, we're
You know,
sorry.
if I was Tom should just be like, look, you guys all got fucked by Facebook. You want to come back to MySpace? Sorry, and then just like pull the plug on the giant MySpace, machine thing.
Oh,
Figuratively.
you mean
obviously.
you mean the one computer running in the corner of like Foxcom, wherever the hell it is, Viacom?
I thought Friendster
That's
was
probably
gonna
what
make
it's
a
been
comeback.
relegated to at this point.
It's just like
Yeah,
one.
we can-
it's like
we can-
one homemade server sitting in the corner there. It's been buzzing for fucking years. Like, why is the thing on? It has a little sticker on it that says like "Do not turn off." And then like,
MySpace
that's
is all make a comeback, bro.
You know what?
Tom's like this, and it's like, it's coming back, man. It's coming back.
You know what? I kind of hope it does. I really do kind of hope it fucking does because if that happens, if there's like and even a slight resurgence in MySpace, I'm going to laugh so goddamn hard. Oh my god!
You guys can be my top 8 friends.
Thanks, buddy.
Woo!
I
It's
would
a
love
requirement
that
to be on the
shit.
channel.
I would love that
It's
shit.
my new single at themanwiththeplan.com/DG/greenmeasy/myspace.com.
Now, are we gonna do the embedding where we embed our little videos and have those like little backgrounds that move and we have Fall Out Boy videos play? Because
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Tie it
gonna
all
play,
back together.
I'm gonna play the loudest music as
Yeah,
soon as you come to
might
my
as well.
fucking page every time.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You're gonna like click on my page, and it's just gonna be like fucking raining blood. It's gonna be awesome.
Mine's gonna
God.
have an audio clip of Dion going "period, blood" and all that other garbage. That's an old joke from the fucking podcast
Oh
that no
my
one's gonna
God.
get.
Well, no,
I was-
and I remember. I remember like learning to like low level code with that fucking bullshit too. Like you had to put like the bold, italics, underline, all that other shit. You had to learn how to do that.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I remember.
Oh
Yeah. So MySpace was almost an education into like extremely low level coding to get shit to do get shit to do things correctly, even to
It is
embed
fun.
videos and everything.
That shit was so, like, for it to be so hot for how long it was still so ridiculous to fucking use. And I didn't even have one. I remember my sister having one and being like, why would I waste an entire afternoon to make a page that 7 people are going to fucking see? What the fuck?
Dude, I had one and it had a video of Randy Orton coming out on it.
Nice.
It was embarrassing. I'm so glad it doesn't exist anymore.
I'm pretty sure mine's been taken down. I hope so, at least. God damn it.
Pretty sure that MySpace, the server shut down a little bit ago, didn't they?
Hold on. Let me check.
Google
MySpace.
it.
Go to
MySpace.com.
MySpace.com.
Yes.
It's still around, but it's all news.
Connect with people.
Profiles on there, are they?
Sign up. Sign in. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
I'm thinking about maybe
Because
tomorrow.
then he
I'm trying to
sold
cover
it
my
to-
MySpace page.
All right, I'm looking at Mariah Carey right now.
Oh,
It's just-
heartbreaker.
Oh wow, that's fucking terrifying. Okay, it moves sideways now. It no longer moves like up and down. That is weird. That is incredibly weird. It moves sideways now. Fuck. That is strange.
Well, I wasn't going to go back.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. But like, oh man, that'd be funny as hell if all of a sudden like it became a thing like overnight. People are just like, fuck Facebook, we're going back to MySpace.
Hey, Dion, I got some good news for you. This will be a nice transition. God of War 4 just got a 10 out of 10 on IGN.com.
I can't motherfucking wait. I might mark out and fucking get a completely new PS4 for that shit. I haven't decided.
Oh, shit. You should. If you got it, do it, man.
I'm telling you, I have 2 PS4s. Tell my girl, get the fuck out of my face. Go play something else. I'm gonna play something
Oh,
else.
so you're going to get yourself a PS4 Pro.
Possibly.
Get a
If you're
PS4
gonna- if you're
Pro
gonna buy a new one,
because
get a Pro.
you can get the VR headset later on and play all kinds of virtual reality bullshit.
Just
Well, I
jerk
can
off
play
in the
on
corner.
mine now, but I'm just like having 2 but dual screen it up. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, man.
You're a madman, sir. Quit it.
I can't be controlled, Nick. God of War, 10 out of 10. I can't wait. Revenge is fallen. Kratos with his white son.
Isn't Kratos as white as they come though? He's like milk white.
He is, but he's voiced by a black dude, so I give him a bit.
Oh God, that's amazing.
Yeah, but Darth Vader was voiced by James Earl Jones, and he was white.
But everyone, isn't it funny how everyone says that they consider fucking Darth Vader black?
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing people are on, man. I jumped on that train for Kratos. Plus, technically, he's pasty white because it's the ashes of his wife and daughter.
Oh, I know it. I played the first 3 games.
I'm not saying it for you. I'm saying it for the fucking people, man. I know you know.
I know. That's the one thing about this podcast. We do have to reiterate everything. So somebody in the comments is like, didn't you guys know he's white because of the ashes of his dead family? It's like, yeah, we played all. Well, I played 3 of how many games there are. I'm aware. I watched the cutscenes. You couldn't skip them. Yeah,
man. And not to mention the fact that shit is incredibly dark.
But it's incredibly well made.
It is. It's a great game, but you're just like, man, your fucking wife and daughter's dead bodies got burnt and your body's covered in their ashes? What in the fuck is going on?
Wash that shit off, bro.
Ares, you piece of shit. You sick motherfucker.
Jeez.
I got one quick thing to say related to video games before we move on to Nick's segment. So, you guys know Donkey Kong, right? The game?
Kind of familiar.
We've all played it. We have heard of a little documentary called The King of Kong, right? Just say yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It followed the story of a guy trying to beat the record held by one Billy Mitchell. And now the one Billy Mitchell has been dethroned after his scores were scrubbed from the Twin Galaxies leaderboard because he cheated.
Man, that's the second big time, long time video game record holder being accused of cheating or something.
Yeah, the other
steroids.
Guy, oh yeah, steroids.
Fucking juicers.
Roman Reigns is now a fucking professional gamer.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Roman Reigns, the guy with the gamest pecs.
I hope we meet him one day and you say that to his face. Yo, bro, you got the gamest pecs.
I filled the computer with all the specs.
Oh, what the fuck is going on right now?
Even I don't know.
Oh my god, I love it.
Even I don't know. But I almost am kind of happy that this guy got busted because this guy was so egotistical. And he wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm so good, you can watch me play. He was always really sketchy about the way he would present his scores. Mm-hmm. And they were able to figure out he used an emulator to cheat.
What a bitch.
I know. It really sullies the good name of competitive gaming because whether we like it or not, video gaming is becoming like a viable competition where you can make money and I guess you get fame. I don't know of any professional. I do know one girl we went to college with, Dion. She's actually kind of hot. She's like a professional gamer. She just moved out to LA. But other than that, I can't think of anybody. And only because I knew her personally.
Yeah, I mean, the professional gamers, because I don't follow it hardcore, but I definitely kind of follow, that whole, what's it called? The Pro League where they play.
Esports and all that garbage.
Yeah, thank you. Esports, and they play Overwatch and all this other shit. And the thing that makes me laugh the absolute motherfucking hardest is that now esports have been relevant for 3-4 years, and these motherfuckers in 3 and 4 years have ended up having the exact same issues, albeit they're not as attractive as like football players and basketball players. So this whole talk of, oh man, video games, it's just different, man. We're not gonna have those issues. Just flip that shit for skinny motherfuckers who are really good at a computer game who do the exact same shit, whether it's getting caught trying to fuck underage people or calling people faggot or something on a stream or saying like racial shit. It just makes me laugh so goddamn hard because it took like a quarter of the time and they're doing the exact same shit. It is hilarious because these dudes wouldn't be able to beat us up ever doing anything
while we were sleeping.
It's so goddamn funny. I can't get enough of it. Like one dude got suspended because he told a competitor to kill himself, and I'm just like, These motherfuckers are your 11-year-old cousin talking mad shit. It's
on Call of Duty, like over the internet and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, not only on Call of Duty over the internet, but while millions of people are watching it once. Like, it's just, they're just as dumb as Jimmy McFuckface, who went to Alabama playing football, who fucking gets drunk and pisses on the corner and it gets picked up by ESPN. They're just as stupid as them. And it makes me so fucking happy. It's just so, it's delicious. It tastes so good.
Well, that's all she wrote on that one, folks. So, Nick, what do you got for the news, sir?
Let's see. I have Samuel L. Jackson doesn't think Black Panther can solve Hollywood's lack of inclusivity by itself.
That motherfucker.
So he did an interview with Vogue, and they asked him about Black Panther, and basically he said, his quote, his giant paragraph is, "I'm not positive that Black Panther is going to change the dynamic of black stories being told in Hollywood and being accepted all over the world. It's an action-adventure story, and a lot of people like those. And they'll work all over the world forever because everybody loves a hero. But not everybody loves a drama about somebody else's life experiences. That's why awards have a separate category for foreign films. They are perceived as being different. Once we stop perceiving them as different and just see them as good films, and they get recognized in the same category, we'll be laying markers."
What are you talking about?
Samuel L. Jackson talking about Black Panther.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are you talking about, Sam? Like, what's your point?
I think his point, though, is once we stop making Black Panther, I think he's trying to, like, pull a very similar thing to that Morgan Freeman comment. Remember how Morgan Freeman's like, how do you get over racism? You don't make it a big deal. You just treat people all the same. So I think Samuel L. Jackson's saying, how do you make Black Panther's inclusivity feel normal instead of making it feel like a heavy-handed preachiness? Well, you just treat it like every other movie, and you make articles about the quality of the film, not this moment for, like, because all these idiot bloggers aren't really that smart. So all they know how to do is talk about this. Yeah, these bloggers are just like, hey, it passed the Bechdel test, it does this, it does that. Nobody gives a fuck about those things. and it just turns people off from these properties. So I think Samuel L. Jackson's trying to get it to be like, hey, treat it like everything else, and it'll just become a common thing, and everyone will just be like, oh, okay, yeah, an all-black cast is not a big deal. We're used to it.
Okay, no, that makes sense, because he said it in a even worse than fucking Morgan Freeman said that. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Just fucking say what you mean. Stop dancing around it, God. I hate when people do that shit. Just fucking say it. Just say it. Stop.
Yeah, but at least he said something. How many other actors, like Michael B. Jordan's going to go out and be on the exact opposite? These younger people in Hollywood don't have the lived life experience. They don't understand A, how the world works, and 2, how Hollywood works. So they're just so full of piss and vinegar, and they're like, yeah, blah, 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 diversity, inclusion writers in my contract. Huh?
Well, and also they're getting paid really fucking well right now, so they want to keep that money train coming in. So they're gonna be a puppet, a corporate puppet for a little bit. Well,
I guess if Samuel L. Jackson's intentions were the way I presented them to you, Dion, I'm happy with that. Like I said,
no, I
don't
too.
consider a black superhero a big deal. It's just a superhero. Like, if I'm dying in a fucking house fire and Superman's black or white and he comes to save me, cool. I don't give a shit what he looks like. It could be a chick. I don't care. That's the point of these heroes. So let's stop making it, let's stop separating them. Let's just, the Avengers is a team. We don't go on about the blondes and the brunettes and the redheads and the robots. It's just the Avengers.
And also, if everybody's into black superheroes, why don't we get a fucking Blu-ray release of Mantis?
What is that?
You don't know about Mantis? Holy shit!
Mantis Toboggan?
No, Mantis was a really old superhero show. I think in the early '90s. I think it was Sidney Poitier who was the superhero, and he was like, he invented a suit, like, and he was paralyzed from the waist down, so nobody ever just knew he was Mantis. So he got in the suit that could let him walk, and apparently could do more than let him walk. He could jump around and be better than the average person. And he started saving people and stuff like that. That's what he did.
So he's Black Ironside,
basically. And
He used one of those for Christopher Reeves.
Hmm.
Well, that and a reanimator.
Well, yeah, now, but back then.
Yeah, it was it was an old TV show. I love the hell out of it, and I think it only lasted a couple of seasons. Let me check. That's weird. I love how IMDb. I love how IMDb says TV series 94 to blank. I was like, no, it's not still going on. Don't do that.
Are you sure it's not still going on? 'Cause I've never seen an episode of Alabama, Florida Shore, and that still might be on.
It's, okay, 94 to 95. It only had one season of 22 episodes.
So it's the kind of show you're going to find on DVD at Cracker Barrel?
Yeah. The original 2-hour pilot was produced by Sam Raimi and developed by Sam Ham.
Oh,
Was it really 60-48?
I could be wrong. Hold on.
I was like, 'cause he would be like 50, 60 years old. Because his old black ass being a superhero. Sorry, suspension of disbelief don't last that long.
Shit,
No.
Sam Ham worked on
It's not
Batman.
Sidney Poitier. I'm so sorry. It's Carl Lumbly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was one season. Oh, apparently it's on Hulu. Good to know.
There you go.
Well, I don't have to go to my local Cracker Barrel now. I can just go watch it there.
Yeah, apparently it's on Hulu. So everybody who wants to watch one season of a show that was a black superhero, go do that.
I'll check it out. I mean, it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I watched as a kid and it didn't last very long. So yeah, a wealthy, mild-mannered doctor, Miles Hawkins, is shot in the spine during a riot, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down. After losing a lawsuit against a police officer he holds responsible, he uses his company's resources to invent a powered exoskeleton that not only enables him to walk, but gives him superhuman abilities in the process.
So this guy was the voice of Martian Manhunter on Justice League, Dion.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I like it.
So he's going to have a cool voice.
Yeah, and MANTIS is an acronym for Mechanically Augmented Neural Transmitter Interception System.
Huh.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
I still like Mantis Toboggan the best. He has his Wad 100s, his monster condom. He's ready to plow.
Where's Magnum Dong?
Whoops! Dude, I love those Mr. Twinkie Man videos.
Yes. I love that episode.
I do too. I can't believe Dennis is married to that chick in real life. Good for him.
Good looking out, bro.
Yeah, I almost said they all have attractive wives, and then I thought of the waitress. And then Sweet Pea.
She's very meh. But,
Yeah,
all right.
I do love on the show, that chick is gross. We should do an It's Always Sunny. You know what? When we go out of town next year for WrestleMania, instead of fan fiction, we'll just do an ode to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's all we'll talk about for 2 hours.
I like it. And then we can even do a live stream of watching an episode.
Shit, I'd love to do that. I love live streaming. It's so much fun.
It is, man. You're charging
Folks, if you
Dennis.
haven't checked out the live stream that I did with Ethan Van Sciver in Diversity in Comics, the High Council, be sure to do that and subscribe to the channel because that's going to be a thing coming up. So, also, listen to the one with Razor Fist because that one kicked ass. That dude's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's funny as shit, man. I like him a lot.
I was cracking up the whole time. My favorite part was when we talked about glory holes and Kathleen Kennedy's cock. So, listeners, if you didn't click on the video because it didn't have the word Star Wars in the title, we talk about Star Wars for quite a bit. So, go watch that one. All right, Nick, keep us going.
All right, let's see. Dwayne Johnson thinks the Black Adam movie could start shooting next year. So he was
finally
happened.
So he was interviewed by Yahoo Movies. Apparently that's still a thing. And his paragraph was the script came in. It's great. We're working on it. If things come together in the way we anticipate them coming together, that feels like a 2019 movie in production. Marvel's doing such an incredible job of universe building and building out, and DC's doing a great job of finding the footing and tone of their movies. Certainly with Wonder Woman, for example. I look forward to James Wan's movie that's coming out with Aquaman. So Black Adam So Black Adam is this phenomenal opportunity for us to nail the tone, make sure that he's badass, make sure that we're serving the mythology properly, but then also make sure that we can have intrinsic DNA tied to a lot of other properties in DC. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I think we're going to nail it.
I'll shut the fuck up, Rock. I don't want to hear this bullshit. They ain't gonna do shit. You mean to tell me that he signed to do Black Adam 2 fucking years ago, and they're not gonna fucking start
Only
filming
2?
20? Yeah, right. Till 20.
Well, I mean, like,
19?
well, here's the thing as well. He signed on to do like 2 or 3 movies that fucking fell off. Johnny Bravo, which fell off. Spy Hunter, which fell off. Like the game came out with his likeness, and like that was it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a good demo, and I didn't play the whole game, so I can't say the rest.
Yeah, and I mean, like Spy Hunter would have been an easy. It's basically like fucking. It's like Knight Rider, but with like The Rock is basically what it is. That would have been cool, but that never happened either. Like the game came out, the movie fucking like is never happening. He was only Johnny.
Listen, I'm all for The Rock getting his paper. I'm all for The Rock doing his thing. Listen, you do shitty movies and you get paid and they do well in theaters. Hey man, power to you, baby. But don't fuck around and keep honey dicking me with movies that aren't gonna fucking happen. Like, listen, I've already seen the fucking shots for Shazam. They look like shit. Don't fuck around and be like, oh, I'm in a DC movie now, guys. A movie that I shouldn't have been in. I should have been in a goddamn other movie as a Green Lantern. But no, I'm going to do this other fucking character. And we've talked about it. And I promise I'm going to start doing that. Don't fucking do that. If you don't know, just say you don't know. If you're talking to Yahoo fucking movies and all 15 of their subscribers, then you fucking need to say, hey, I don't know. I signed up for it. Hootie hoo, blah blah. I'm The Rock. That's it.
I thought Black Adam was going to be in the Shazam movie because that's his villain.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. It's some other. It's not The Rock. It's fucking some other goob troop. I can't remember who they said the fucking villain was, but The Rock's not. The Black Adam's not the villain in it.
This is stupid. This just gets dumber by the day.
Fucking DC. They're just like,
Oh my god, is Shazam what I think it is? Oh fuck me.
Yeah.
Zachary Levy or Levi?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It right now. If The Rock was in it, they'd say, hey, here's a photo of The Rock in Black Adam's dumbass goddamn costume. But they didn't put him in it because they're like, hey, let's put out Shazam, and in case it fucking sucks, we're not going to waste The Rock, which means they're probably going to give Black Adam a goddamn standalone film, which is going to make him, a fucking hero outright instead of a goddamn complex character for Shazam, which is going to make it even fucking dumber. So don't tell me, oh, it might start filming in 2019. The motherfucking movie that he should be in is filming right now, Dwayne. It's filming right now. We're talking about it. It's filming. What the fuck? Stop honey dicking me. Just fucking go and count your money from Rampage and stop fucking talking about it.
Dude, speaking of Rampage, fuck that movie. That looks so stupid.
It does, man. It looks like such shit. It looks like Geostorm.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take my side chick to go see it. Did you hear that? You didn't? No reaction, babe? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
There's nothing. She's asleep on the couch. It's fine. No, I'm looking at pictures of him in his little Shazam outfit. This looks horrible. This looks like a joke. The set photos of Zachary Levi and it looks like he's wearing a muscle suit. Because I don't think he's okay. All right, because there's no way he's that big. There's no fucking way. I don't care how many protein shakes you pound or how much steroids you inject in your dick. Like, you're not getting that big that quickly. I'm sorry.
Listen, Billy Zane's sitting at home like, I busted my ass for the Phantom, and they picked this goddamn cottonmouth motherfucker from a shitty NBC show to put on a muscle suit. This is bullshit.
Well, here's the funny thing. He was in a Marvel movie. He was in Thor 2, I want to say.
Yeah, he was the guy with the rapier sword.
Yeah.
One of the Warriors 3.
Yeah, that's who it was. So now he's doing his own DC movie because he got a deal, and it's like, hey, you haven't done anything in a while. We'll get you to be in this movie, and people will watch it because you're kind of cool and relevant and quirky and a geek. So yeah, they'll totally watch it. No. No, I don't know who the fuck this character is, and I don't care.
Shazam's like he's what, Earth 6 Superman? You mean to tell me that fucking that motherfucker from I Am Chuck is a Superman level character? Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking cut yourself, because that's bullshit.
Oh my god. I am Chuck. Jesus.
I am not gonna see this movie. Fuck them both.
No, because like I mean I like the guy. I like the guy. He's cool, but he's not like fucking leading man material. I'm sorry, he's just not. He's Corky's sidekick. Like if they would have made him Flash, I would have believed it. Like he's more believable as Flash in Justice League than the other kid was.
That's what I'm saying. Like that character's supposed to be one of the few dudes that can, stand up to Superman outside of being a fucking kid. And you
I would why not ask Patrick Warburton to do it, man? He's got the fucking face and the voice and the fucking chin for it.
You got Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Got
Whoa! What's his name?
Jeff. What is it? Shit! I fucked up.
Javier Bardem Morgan.
Thank you, Kenda.
You got Javier Bardem Morgan in this motherfucker, and you pick the dude who is the living embodiment of a goddamn pen stain. What's the matter with you?
You've got red on you.
Oh shit! My protector was out in the wrong pocket. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, once again, like the guy, he's cool. He's done some, some funny things, some good stuff here and there, but nothing of real big notoriety. Even the Chuck show, it lasted, I think, 4 or 5 seasons, but that's because I think people kept wanting it, and they kept going with their campaigns and kept campaigning for it to go on. But yeah. I mean, a show like that could only last, honestly, 3 seasons. It was just very, very repetitive.
Well, it's he's in shows where, like what you're saying, they're one-trick ponies. So, for him to be in I Am Chuck, to be the leading man, where it's like, hey, I got an accidental Spider-Man-esque insertion where I get nanobites in my body, and this cute chick who I'm into now is my partner, and now it's a will they, won't they fuck situation. And then, hey, I'm in Thor now, and I'm a side character, and I'm charming enough to people to realize, but here I'm going to take this leading role in this other comic book movie. Get it? Because I'm a geeky guy, and it's like, shut the fuck up. DC, what are you doing? What are you doing? With that's the path you want to go on? Okay, cool. Thanks for playing, buddy. Thanks, appreciate it. I can't wait to not see this shit.
Yeah, man, I just can't. I just can't.
I just won't. I'm just going to put it out there. I won't. Fuck it. This guy, I don't know, this guy isn't cool. He looks like Jim from The Office. A fucking dweeb.
Exactly. I get it mixed up all the time.
Yeah, but Yvonne Strahovski's hot, so there's a plus. But she's not in this movie, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, dude. She's, oh my God. She was the best part of that TV show. Holy shit.
Yeah. She was the best part of those terrible seasons of Dexter, too.
God damn. Jeez. Yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb right now. Not a lot of winners on there.
Well, they can't all be winners now, can they?
Yeah, it's God damn, dude.
Well,
God damn.
Anyway, let's move on to something a little more positive, or I don't know, equally shitty. Got anything else, Nick?
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, Amazon's Lord of the Rings show might cost over $1 billion.
What?
Let's make it a movie, bitch.
Yeah, back.
Wait, is it a TV show based on the books that they had movies made of?
Yeah. The let's see. Just for the rights.
They're not retelling what the movies. They're doing a separate era, if I remember correctly. I want to say they're doing the era before the movies. Before
so the Hobbit?
Here's the thing.
Before that,
here's the thing.
Right when the rings and shit were created, I think.
Well, and here's the thing: the last 2 movies that came out didn't do very well. The first two movies that came out, people loved them and they did really well. The last 2 that came out, people didn't like them, and they kept doing less and less in the box office. So Amazon's spending over $1 billion making a TV show that might bring people in. It's just why the fuck are you doing this? This property is already in the ground, kind of like Harry Potter. It's in the it's already in the ground.
It's fucking done. It's just done.
Yeah, it's done. either give money to independent people like us, and let us make our own shit and our own funny, quirky TV shows and fun shit people love, and quit rehashing the same bullshit, man. Because look what's happening with Star Wars. It's dying. All the other shit that they're trying to rehash and keep going on and making universe out of, it's dying. Marvel, once the 2 movies are done for its universe, it's going to be dead. People are going to be tired of it. Like, it's just the way things go. I mean, I think Jeff, you and Razorfist talked about it last night. Like, westerns and horror movies and noir, like, they have phases and they go out.
Well, I agree. Well, if you want to hear me talk about it more, listeners, make sure you go listen to that. But yeah, we're at the end. I can feel it. You guys can feel it. It's not just, me pulling shit out of my ass. I can feel that we're at the end of the superhero craze, and they're doubling down on all these terrible ideas. It's gonna kill it.
Dude, like we talking about Shazam, it may bomb entirely and not do a fucking penny.
Another DC movie kills the comic book movie industry. Thanks, guys.
Oh, anyways, all right, $1 billion into this thing.
What?
$1 billion into this Amazon fucking Lord of the Rings show, but it's a TV show. It's not a movie. It's a TV show. It is.
Jeff Bezos isn't going to be rich for long if this kind of shit keeps happening.
You're probably right. I mean, he can make a lot of bad decisions now and still be okay for a while. But the rights themselves, just for the fucking TV show, are $250 million.
Jesus. Titty fucking Christ. What?
The show might cost over $1 billion once other costs like casting, producers, and visual effects are accounted. Beyond the cost,
anything to get that Game of Thrones dollar.
Well, even that's coming to an end. I think they're having the last season right now, right?
Yeah, but they're trying to like cash in on that sword and sorcery type of desire.
No, and that's fine. But then come up with your own fucking story, like, or pull from another book or something. Like, don't just like, oh, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's like, why? It's done. Just let it die.
Look what happened with Star Wars. That shit was over. Now we got more shit.
Easy, Stone Cold.
What?
I'm not impressed. But
yeah, beyond the cost of Lord of the Rings story, there also might be some interesting information about Amazon is facing with enormous projects. For starters, it has already committed to 5 seasons of the show.
Jesus, titty fucking.
And it has to begin production within 2 years of signing the deal, or else Amazon will violate the deal. The deal it's signed with New Line, the J.J.R. Tolkien estate, and book publisher HarperCollins. New Line doesn't own the TV rights to Lord of the Rings, but apparently there's some possibility that Amazon will want to use material from the films for its show.
So we could very well get early Fantastic Four level piece of shit from this.
Oh my! Wait, no. Hold on. You mean Roger Corman, like fucking Fantastic Four?
94 yes. Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh my god.
Where they fucking take forever to get it done, and in a panic they make some quickly shittily put together movie to keep the rights. That's what I'm saying is gonna happen. I can feel that shit right now.
Well, here's the thing.
There ain't no way in motherfucking hell that Amazon is gonna come up with enough material to make a goddamn season-long $1 billion piece of motherfucking Lord of the Rings franchise. That shit. Oh my god. This has gas fire spelled all over it.
Well, Dion, you brought up movies that are made to hold on to the rights. I got real quick. I got 8 movies that were made to solely hold on to the rights: The Amazing Spider-Man,
Jesus,
Porky's, Pimpin' Pee-wee. Didn't even know there was a Porky's, Pimpin' Pee-wee.
Oh, fuck.
Punisher Warzone.
Yep.
Children of the Corn Genesis.
Yeah.
Who would want to hold on to those rights?
Somebody who's got a hard on for fucking Carpenter.
Oh, you mean Stephen King?
Sorry, you're right, Stephen King. My bad.
Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
Unbelievable.
God damn it,
man.
Atlas Shrugged.
Okay.
Some of them lost the rights
2,
anyway. Number
2 is Fantastic Four. Let's see what number 1's going to be. Oh, Hellraiser Revelations.
Yeah, that sounds right. Hellraiser. I actually watched that. It was made in 2 weeks. It was made in 2 weeks in like 2 locations, and they used fucking Kmart Hellraiser. Yep, that's the picture.
Go, yeah, Nick or
Oh my
Dion, there you go.
God.
They
Jeez,
used
that
fucking
looks like-
Kmart Hellraiser to be
That looks like a
Hellraiser.
Sega CD villain.
Oh.
Yeah, and like they showed it in one theater, and the cast and crew I think went to go see it. Like it was fucking like they did everything according to the contract to keep the rights to it. It's like, all right, whatever. And I think they're rebooting this as well. It's like, well, that's fine. Just, I mean, after it was, what is it, Hellraiser Bloodline, like it really went to shit.
Oh yeah, because it became like then he was in space and then he was in cyberspace. And then instead of doing the pleasure thing, he just wanted to murder everyone in the universe or some really dumb shit.
Yeah. Because like it just became one of these things where it's like, you know, an up and coming writer would write a horror movie and they're like, oh, okay, that's cool, but adapt it to have Hellraiser in it. That's what it would be. That's exactly what it would be. And I think there are like 6 or 8 movies, including this one. Like it's not the good series anymore. Everyone like, and I've seen the guy at conventions. And he's just like, he doesn't want to be there either. He's like, all I've been known is for Hellraiser. Get me out of here.
Oh,
Poor
Doug
bastard.
Jones, not Doug Jones, and not Clive Barker. What's his fucking face? I know you're talking about. He's an asshole too. Doug Bradley.
Thank you, Doug Bradley. Yeah. Oh no, he is an asshole. He is an asshole. His girlfriend fucking paints or makes Hellraiser art so that she can make money, he can sign it, and then they can sell it.
What a dick.
That's it. And they're fucking, so he gets everything.
Yeah, and I mean, the guy doesn't care anymore. He just like, gets trucked around to conventions just because I think he needs money for something for his coke habit. I don't know.
Oh, I can't judge him if he's got a coke habit.
I don't know what kind of habit he has, but he gets trucked to conventions all the time. So I don't think I've seen him in a while though. So that might be telling of him just not coming to them for a while. And maybe he's waiting for his fucking resurgence and coming back when like striking when the iron's hot or just kind of warm.
I don't think it'll ever come back after this one.
Yeah, god damn it, dude. There are just some things that just like once again, there's some things that just need to die.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
All right, Nick, you got any more news?
No, man, I'm good. I'm out.
All right, Kendo, close us out.
Okay. So last night on the stream, if you were paying attention and you were listening to it, you heard about Stan Lee and some of the things that have happened to him. Well, it turns out Stan Lee is threatening to sue over all those elder abuse allegations. So according to the story, Stan Lee put out a report, and he put out a thing on Wednesday night that said, "Hi, this is Stan Lee, and I'm calling on behalf of myself and my friend Kia Morgan. Now people have been publishing the most hateful, harmful material about me and about my friend Kia and some others." He said material which is totally incorrect, totally based on slander, totally the type of thing that I'm going to sue your ass off for when I get the chance. So it goes on about some other things. Some of the things that were reported were, and this doesn't say it in the story, but the things that were talked about wasn't it like they were like stealing his blood to put into the ink to make comic books?
Mm-hmm.
And about how his daughter would beat the shit out of him for money and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember some of the other stuff. I was busy moderating and not listening completely. But there were some really horrible, horrible things that were being leveled out there against people in regards to Stan Lee. And he's come out to say that they are not true.
I wonder who made him say that.
Okay. Yeah. So it's probably like one of those interviews where they're like sitting there talking to him and there's somebody sitting really close to him and you couldn't really tell. It looked like they were like hugging him and holding them up, but they had like a gun pressed against him. Like in those old timey, like, yeah, like in those old timey like gangster movies. So,
Jeez.
Thoughts?
I actually have less sympathy for him now after he says, "I'll sue your ass off."
Yeah, I mean,
Shit like that, I can't help but like even if it's crazy, I want to see the proof of it. So someone might be saying, "Hey, his daughter beat the fuck out of him." If that person has compelling shit, I want to see it. And then too, it's like, like I said, there's something I try to believe in all the time. So if something's about my Stan Lee getting fucked up over something, like, bitch, I want to see the proof, especially if it's Stan Lee saying, I'll sue you for it. It's like, yo, Stan, are you just saying that because someone's making you say that? Or like, I want to see it play out before I'm just like, oh shit, Stan Lee is talking out about it and he's right and all that. Like, I want to see the shit turn out.
Well, yeah, and also like he's 95 and he's in what? And if a court case lasts 2 years, he's going to be 97. How is he going to spend that money that he gets from that court case? Is he just going to like blow it on hookers and blow and then just like die? Like, what's happening? Like,
and that's how a real legend would do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's getting like old and kind of senile. Like, he just needs to be taken care of properly and kind of just be put aside and quit. And needs to quit doing conventions, man. Just like let him.
Well, I think soon at that point it's for the principle more than what he's going to do with the money. At the same time, a lot of times people are very empathetic when it comes to things like that because old people do get taken advantage of, especially famous old people by their families. So
that's true.
I understand, and plus no one, if someone's saying, hey, someone is abusing Stan Lee, that person's not doing it for like the money unless they for some reason think that Stan Lee's going to give them a reward. Like if someone comes out with that, they could be doing it for attention. I get that, but they're where Stan Lee is, I see it being more of concern for Stan Lee than someone just starting some shit to piss him off. And that's why I'm kind of like, hey, if they've got some compelling arguments about his daughter being a crazy ass bitch, then hey, let's make sure Stan Lee ain't getting his ass whooped to sign comic books. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. But it's just like, I don't know. I hope he's doing okay. I mean, even there was a little bit of a video that came out where like he had to be told to sign his own name on comics. It's just like, come on, man. Like, just let him let it go. Just let it go.
And people take advantage of people like that, and that's why people are so kind of gaining a little traction because it's like, hey, he's old as shit, and we don't want to see someone forcing him to do something to make money off of it. And people, that's the same thing when everyone was concerned about my boy Richard Simmons, like, because that was a legit concern because the dude just was disappearing for periods of time and no one knew where he was. And anytime someone saw him, his fucking caretaker or whoever it was, so shit like that tends to add up. So all I'm saying is, hey, I know that he might be saying that he wants to sue someone or being told to sue someone, but I want to make sure Stanley's not being abused because that shit absolutely fucking happens.
Yeah.
We need to find that fucking weirdo kid that made that Leave Britney Alone video to make a Leave Stan Lee Alone video.
Chris Crocker, yeah.
Ugh. I thought we were past garbage like that.
That dude was in a gay porn too, which is hilarious.
Dude, how was it?
Oh,
I mean, I didn't watch it for enjoyment. It was more material sake. But I will say that there was a documentary, and it was hilarious because he's kind of like just a normal dude now, who happens to be gay, and you can tell whenever he talks about his videos, he just has this cringe that is this legitimate cringe, and it's like, yeah, you deserve that one, buddy.
Hey, Dion, was he pitching or catching?
He was doing patching, combination there.
Okay. Yeah.
So leave
what I'm doing this weekend.
alone.
Jeez.
Okay. Next story. Because we all care. Disney's live-action Mulan, set to come out in a couple years, is cast Star Wars actor Donnie Yen to be in the movie.
Fuck yeah.
So get excited and go beat up McDonald's workers for your Szechuan sauce, you fucking dorks.
Don't worry, I ain't gonna watch the goddamn movie, but I love me some Donnie Yen and his broken English ass. Can't wait to look at the previews to say, yeah, I'll see that on Netflix.
No. You'll see that on whatever streaming service that Disney wants you to pay for.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the Dream service to come out.
Yeah.
So you won't see that.
Yeah. So like $40 a month you're gonna pay for a streaming service that you'll watch. That you'll watch.
Out of your firstborn.
Hey, the mouse! Ha ha!
Pokes the little finger and put it on the blood transfuser.
Jeez. God, it's fuck them all.
I love me some Donnie Yen. That shit is, very few things that he does am I not excited for. But this weird live action Disney craze, like, so it's, the next two are Lion King and Mulan, right?
Correct.
What in the fuck world are we living in? Like, why can't I just have animated Mulan?
Well, Disney seems to be like the king of like fucking trying to build
their own shit.
Yeah, recycling stuff. It's like, okay, we got Marvel, right? Marvel's cool. We had a nice big plan with that, but we're all sick of it now. Like, we've been on the roller coaster too long. It's like, God, those fucking hot dogs are coming back up.
I'm excited for 25 years for the reboots of all the Marvel movies. It's just gonna be so exciting.
Damn it, you're not wrong. Fuck.
So do not joke like that.
I give it no. I give it 10. I give it 10.
They have to fuck up the X-Men first, so.
God.
True.
Well, here's what's gonna happen in 25 years. DC's gonna get it right, and then Marvel's gonna fuck up.
Well, yeah, because
it will come full circle,
everything.
Just like Luke and Leia and the projections.
Oh my God.
That's right.
No, it's wrong.
And they'll remake Star Wars. It'll be Episode 4 with Shia LaBeouf as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He'll be age appropriate at that point.
Yeah, you're right. He will
Exactly.
be. He will be. That'll be fucking weird. And he'll be like, "Just do it. Just go find your father."
He'll be sleeping in his fucking Tatooine cave with a sign that says "He will not divide us" with a picture of Darth Vader.
And he'll be so method.
He'll actually kill himself at the end of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
it's called this. Art, boys. Fucking art.
Fuck this.
Speaking of art that we all love, It Chapter 2 has James McAvoy and Bill Hader in final talks for adult members of the Losers Club. So, as we all know, it came out last fall, and it was fucking amazing, and we love the shit out of it. Starting, I think, is it next month or the month after? Filming's going to.
Oh, we lost
Kendo. Gonna film on the film with the film, Kendo?
Oh, technical difficulties. Let me pull up the article about It Chapter 2.
Let me just say,
I'm still here.
I'm excited.
Oh, you're still here?
Am I still here?
There you are.
Kind of.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, start reading fast.
Okay. So Bill Hader. McAvoy's set to play Bill Denbrough, as we remember, is the lead Loser Club kid whose brother Georgie should have been playing in the Suitors. And then the other guy that I said his name, Bill Hader. Yeah, that one. Yep. He's going to play the adult version of Richie Tozier, Beep Beep Richie. And the movie is set to come out with a preliminary release date of September 6, 2019, which, if memory serves correct, that's going to be like just about 2 years to the date or close there of the first chapter.
This is actually really exciting because I thought they'd make this really great first chapter and then fucking go really cheap like they used to do with all old horror movies in the sequel. But it looks like they're doubling down and they're going to get really good A-list actors and we're going to have a fucking awesome sequel. So color me impressed.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that they're not doing it, year after year. They're actually taking their fucking time and making it good.
I agree. I kind of wanted it out yesterday, but I'll wait.
Yeah. No report on whether or not Bill Skarsgård's coming back. So, I mean, we know it's a joke. We all know he's coming back.
It's
so
not
fuck
like he was
you in the
good.
comments. That's right. He was a terrible dude. There are people that legitimately have said to me or saying, Tim Curry was so much better. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, and you're not friends with me anymore.
Well, no. Once again, Tim Curry was good. I love him as well, but also understand that was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah,
this is an actual movie. There's a fucking difference.
You can't do the shit that they did in that movie on TV.
No, you can't. 100%. Like, when I watched the movie, I watched the made-for-TV movie first, and then literally 5 minutes later drove down the road to my theater and watched the new one. and there's a stark difference, especially when Pennywise bites the kid's arm off in the middle of the goddamn street in the rain and then sucks him back in.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was like, "Oh, we're not playing anymore, are we?"
Yeah. In the TV movie, you know, Georgie's just mutilated and they find him dead, whereas in the movie, fucker vanished. Pennywise had some lunch.
Yeah, that's one of those movies that like I watched and I was just like, oh, this kind of scares me. I don't like clowns right now. Yeah, it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I will buy them when both of them come out in their fucking 2-packs. That's what I'm gonna wait for.
I already bought the first one.
Yes, we know, Kendo.
When the second one,
You should.
when the second one comes out,
You should send me a Blu-ray copy of the original one and the remake, Nick, for research and development.
when the second one comes out on Blu-ray, I'm gonna buy it and buy the double pack because it'll be a super sexy edition probably. And I'm a whore for that franchise right now.
You are a whore.
That's right.
Which is fine. Which is fine. It's 2 movies. It's not like 10 or 20 or 30. It's 2 movies. It's fine.
Speaking of whores, time for the Jeff story of the week. This one also comes with a game we like to play called Guess the State.
Florida.
Woman caught with cocaine in purse blames it on a windy day, according to police. 26-year-old woman in, Jeff got it right, Florida, claimed that a windy day was the reason why cocaine was in her bag. Fort Pierce authorities stopped a swerving car in late March and questioned passenger Kenesia Posey. Police said an officer smelled marijuana, and while going through the car, marijuana and cocaine were discovered in bags in Posey's purse. Posey reportedly said the marijuana belonged to her, but she was quoted as saying, "I don't know anything about any cocaine. It must have flown through the window and into my purse." She was charged with felony count of cocaine possession and a misdemeanor count of marijuana possession and has been released on bond. So be careful, folks. When it's windy outside, cocaine just might fly into your purse or your shopping bags.
I had the exact same thing happen to me today. I was eating Chipotle and the wind blew and knocked my cup of corn over. So I sympathize with this woman's plight.
Yeah.
Good luck, Kenesia. I'm pulling for you.
Yeah.
I'm just start traveling on the road with my doors
beat
down. If cocaine starts flying into my car, I'll be real happy.
And right into your nose.
I don't know how it got there, officer. Oh my god, I can smell colors.
It was really windy outside today.
Oh god. Fucking Florida, man. I'm glad we weren't there.
Yeah, me too. That would have been a shitty drive.
So, before we get into fan mail, let's tell our listeners, our friends of the show, where we recently were. So, guys,
Florida.
Say what?
Florida.
Yeah, we were in Florida. So, guys, we were actually down in New Orleans for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've been going to WrestleMania every year since 2006. This was Dion's 5th, Nick's 2nd, and Kendo's 1st. We were joined by Dan, who used to be on the show, Joel, who used to be on the show, and that rounded out our 6-man group. We had a fantastic time. We got drunk on Bourbon Street, and we did not chase hookers or cocaine, but we did follow a ghost trail, which was cool. We had a fantastic time, and WrestleMania was damn good. What do you guys want to bring up about the show?
The bottomless mimosas we kept fucking having everywhere we went.
Oh god damn, those people regretted having that on their menu.
Well, and like I know I get shit from some people out there who are like, "Oh, bottomless mimosas, you fucking pussies." First of all, have them; they're delicious. They're fucking refreshing. They're amazing. Don't knock it till you try it. Okay, they're good. I love when we walked into that restaurant. Like the guy who saw us immediately just didn't like us.
I was like, dude, we're paying fucking cash money. You should like us.
Like the look on his face was like, and like it was like a really, he was like a pretentious little fucking host, and he was just like, oh, how many? 6? I'm like, he's like, all right, take him up, and like what balcony or whatever, it's like our balcony, and you could just see the disdain in his face of like 4 dudes coming in t-shirts, like eating at this restaurant. It's like Yeah, we're paying customers. We're not gonna fucking ditch and just walk out. Like we have the money for this. It just that pissed me off, and I was like but it was still like amazing food, man. It was still wonderful food.
It was called Tableau. I would eat there again in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. It was so good.
Yep,
so good.
And then that night we went to Fogo de Chao, and holy shit, our lives were
God,
damn! Told you that place was good. I've never eaten there, but I've heard so many great things.
Now those people treated us like $1 million because we did dress a lot nicer for Fogo de Chao.
True.
Yeah, we did, and I think Ken even made a reservation for us.
Yeah, or no, Axel Foley had a reservation at Fogo de Chao.
That is true.
That's true.
Because when we walked in, even then when we walked in, the lady's like, "Hi," and I was like, "Yeah, we got a reservation for Axel Foley," and she's like, "Right this way." I'm like, all right.
I was drunk. I had drank.
I was drunk too,
yeah,
but her boobs were giant. Dion, you remember those?
I was drunk off that fucking bacon.
Dude, I absolutely remember that shit was. I'm pretty sure I came like 15 times that one day alone. It was phenomenal. Plus, motherfucking, I had bread pudding and that goddamn fondue. Shit.
That's true. That's true. Oh man.
Outside of the food, though, we had a fantastic trip. It was so great, especially the part where Dion and Kendo got to really know each other.
Yeah,
We was coozing.
You went coozing?
we coozed, dude. We had a great fucking time coozing. We even had a cooler in there with us, which in hindsight probably was a bad, but live and learn. I also woke up
Woke up something all right.
Yeah, I'm surprised he woke up at all after he chugged a bottle of Maker's Mark.
Listen, I just know that with him, I'm leaving, and I'm like, maybe I should check on him before I leave. And right before I turn around, I just hear the fucking jacuzzi jets just spitting, just throwing. I'm like, that means the water's fucking draining all of a sudden. And I go in there, and it's fucking Kendo with his bare ass, just face down, trying to get up the steps. I'm like, yeah, let me make sure he doesn't fucking drown.
Oh my god! And I'm sleeping on the goddamn couch, and I get up to take a piss, and I just hear him like flopping around like a dead fish, like really fast. I'm just like, oh shit, like something's about to happen.
I woke up to this sound. I woke up to, and I look over, and there's you standing over him, going, "Kendo, you okay?" And Joel comes out to look at it. And he just swims in his own vomit.
Yeah, I literally just hand him the roll of tissue paper, and I was like, "Here, man." He's like, "All right, thanks, buddy." And I was like, I just didn't want him to choke on his own vomit because the last thing we fucking need is that. But he got it all out, so good for him.
I would have been the one to call his dad and be like, "Yeah, your son drank himself to death with a black guy."
Yep,
and then hung up the phone. Your worst nightmare came true.
Obama took my boy.
Woogie boogie, Dion.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh my
Listeners, folks, friends of the show, we'll go into a little more detail about our trip to New Orleans over on our Patreon exclusive World Class Bullshitters After Hours, because we'll talk about some things that are a little too risque to talk about here on YouTube. If this podcast was only on iTunes or Podbean or Stitcher Radio or now Google Play Music, we would tell you, but YouTube's kind of been iffy lately, so we'll save that for the After Hours portion of the show. There's the hook. So, Dion, I have a very important email.
Hit me.
All right, this comes from a very good friend of the show, Jason White. Hope you guys had a great time in New Orleans. And to say the first episode of The High Council was awesome. Jeff, I wanted to tell you the last time I messaged, I said I wanted to be on an episode for Patreon, but after hearing Dion talk about John Matrix feeding deer on episode 34, I would like to do a commentary with y'all on Commando. All right, Jason White, that's fucking happening, dude. Here, I wish more of our fans, instead of trying to troll us with shitty commentaries, would say, "Hey, I'm gonna pick the best movie I can. I want to hang out with you guys and watch it drunk," because that would be so fucking cool.
But yeah, and I'm more susceptible to pick that one then.
Yeah, Jason, I'm gonna respond to you in an email. This is actually a good segue for our show real quick. The next couple of weeks of the channel are kind of plotted out, so we're going to have to do this, Jason, in May, but I will make sure you are the first person in May to do a commentary with us. So, just for the record, folks, next week we're going to be doing a retrospective episode on the MCU. So we'll do our news and we'll talk about Star Wars for 5 minutes, but mainly we're going to talk about us looking back at the MCU, how we felt about it, where it's going to be. We'll talk about we're going to rank the movies X, Y, and Z. It's going to be a very fun episode. If you want to get involved, shoot us an email or message us somehow, or even leave a comment down in the comment section below with your top 3 favorite MCU films and why. Don't give me all 19, because it would take forever to read 2 of them. So just give me your top 3 and why. And if you give me the most interesting why, it's not about if I like your list or not. The most interesting whys will get you read on the show. Also, the week after that is going to be our Avengers Age of Ultron episode. Not Age of Ultron. Fuck that movie. It sucks. Avengers Infinity War. It'll be our Infinity War episode, and that's going to be fucking intense. It's coming to you on the 26th. Now, on the 20th of April, I'm going to Phil's for 3 days to do a 36-hour Avengers marathon. Probably more than that. Point is, if you guys want me to live stream some of it, let me know. We can make that happen. Now, back to Jason's email. In the spirit of wrestling, we're going to play a game, Dion.
Okay. Do it.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, shit.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or Kurt Angle?
Oh, fuck you.
Nah, hey, blame this guy. He wants to go feed deer and fuck Shawn Michaels.
Shit. Fuck, marry, kill. Well, I will fuck Triple H because of WrestleMania 19. I will marry Kurt Angle because he's a goddamn gold medalist who is America, and I'll kill Shawn Michaels because I know that he's going to stab me in the back for cocaine anyway.
Damn.
But this is 2002 Shawn Michaels.
Dude, he was at Days of the Dead in Atlanta this last February. He wasn't even in like the good like celebrity area. He was in like the shit celebrity area where the vendors are.
Dude, Shawn Michaels doesn't give a shit anymore. He literally just does what he had his own show on some third-rate cable channel about him hunting shit and being in the wilderness. It was like McGillity's Wild Adventures or some shit like that. Like, seriously, Shawn Michaels retired. He's like, yo, I do what the fuck I want, when the fuck I want. If he's at a shitty horror convention, movie convention, listen, I give him props because he's living the old motherfucker's dream right now. Props to you, HBK. Fucking do it up. Especially since you got Sensational Sherry killed, motherfucker.
Do what now?
I think the cocaine did that to her.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple questions over on our Facebook. Not my Facebook. Why do I always call YouTube Facebook? I don't know why.
They both stealing some of your data.
YouTube, yeah, they know everything about me. So every week I ask you guys to post some of your questions about this week's show on YouTube, and I usually pick a good few. So this comes from JGFJGIFIFY. So anyway, they say, any thoughts on the recent Channel Awesome debacle? Personally, I'm kind of sad. Been following Doug and company and many content creators, past and present, on the site since the beginning. I miss the glory days of 2009 to 2016-ish, back when they were putting out their best stuff, and the fans were blissfully unaware of the behind-the-scenes misery. But I guess all good things must come to an end. Well, except for world-class bullshitters. They possibly deserve the hate they're getting also, but I really hope they recover and learn from the past events, aka treat their next batch of content creators with more respect. So, I am aware of Channel Awesome, and I hope this doesn't offend you, but I'm glad they're falling apart, because fuck those people. I used to watch them back in their glory days too, but they were so... After a while, if you watched one review of something, you saw every review of everything. And they didn't even add much. Like, the Nostalgia Critic, who I liked the most, it's like, hey, I want to talk about Suburban Commander this week. Here, watch this whole movie while I just randomly cut in with shit. Okay. And then you got guys like Linkara, who... It's like, hey, let me read this whole comic book for you and do a fake fucking voice for Spider-Man. And it's just like, And all the people on the channel just weren't that good. They were like really bad actors. And we're not talking like Eric Freeman from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 bad. We're talking like the girl from Troll 2 who had a mental disorder and didn't know who she was for most of the filming. So those are my thoughts. What do you guys think?
I mean, it is one of those things. It's been going on for a while that probably needed to die, but if they weren't feeling it anymore, they should have done something else, or tried a new avenue, tried new skits. And I know they kept blaming YouTube and monetization for a lot of their problems, which, yeah, that is a lot of the problem. But when you're only on YouTube and that's your sole mode of income, like, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Have other avenues of income if you want to, be a YouTuber and do that kind of thing. Like, don't just solely depend on them because they pay fuck all, first of all. So, like, figure that shit out, man.
Well, my whole thing was, in the beginning, I liked their stuff, obviously, because, they were kind of one of the, channels that were not necessarily doing something cookie cutter like a lot of other channels. But they kept doing the same shit, and they never adapted. They never did anything new. The shticks that they were doing with the guys on the channel was funny at first, but when you do the same thing for years at a time, and you just kind of hope that subscribers magically keep joining, this is what's going to happen to you. And am I glad that they're falling apart? Not necessarily, but I'm at least I'm not as empathetic because hey, you guys refuse to adapt, you refuse to do anything new, and again, you're one of those channels that were kind of like, hey, our fans are dumb enough to keep coming back for the same bullshit. Hey, that's what happens. So yeah, I don't feel all that bad for them, but hey, I'm not gonna say I'm glad, but hey, you did this to yourself. You gotta either adapt or die, and that's how this whole pop culture relevancy thing works.
Exactly.
All right, so this is probably my favorite question of the week from Murphy Walker. Housefire, you can either save a copy of Avengers of Age of Ultron or Indiana Jones 3. Which do you save and why?
Easy. Fucking Indiana Jones 3. I mean, as much as I enjoy Age of Ultron, I'm saving the shit out of my copy of Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The Last Crusade. The Last Crusade was my first look at Indiana Jones. That was the first one I watched. So yeah, I'm saving that. Age of Ultron, I'm sure if it burns up my house, I can always find a cheap ass Blu-ray copy on eBay that some asshole's gonna sell.
My question is, do I save my DVD or my VHS or my Blu-ray of Last Crusade?
VHS and the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, which VHS? I have the original release as well as the 2000 or the 1999 release. Put it like this: I love Indiana Jones and the
original release and the newest Blu-ray, sir. Alex Trebek for 100.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh, God, this summer we got Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is going to be fun.
Can't wait.
I really want to do an Indiana Jones special. We'll just do it for Patreon, but still, I can't wait to do Indiana Jones. I fucking love those movies. All three of them are great. That's all they made. From 1981 to 1989, there was never a better trilogy. Don't even try to think about what happened in 2008. Let's see. Any more questions? Everyone hates Kathleen Kennedy. We get it.
Yep.
Like I told you guys, you send me the information. You know what, Albedo? I'm tasking you personally. Send me all the information about Star Wars Explained and what they've done, preferably in an email.
Timestamps.
Or in the comments section. And yeah, we'll make it happen. But you guys got to help me out on that one because, like I said, I'm not going in blind and going to call somebody out for something I don't know about. That would be another channel that's full of shit. And I'm actually not pointing fingers. I just mean that's another channel that would do some garbage like that. So you don't really want world-class bullshitters to turn into like Keemstar Drama Alert. I'd like to have those numbers, but
let's get in to the news. Fuck you, Keemstar.
I have never watched one of his videos.
I tried. It's one of the most annoying fucking things in the world.
Okay, here comes an important one from Robert Wolf. Jeff, some moron called me a sexist for calling Ray a Mary Sue, and it was a dude. Can all the bullshitters please roast him on air? I want to hear how y'all would roast him. You guys are the best. Well, Robert, first off, don't let any asshole like that ever make you question your self-worth. When some jabroni like that steps to you, just slap him in the face.
Right.
I wish you would have given me his name.
When he says some shit, you just go, hey, so you think that Ray's not a Mary Sue? And right when he goes to open his legal, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if she's a horrible fucking written character with no motivation or reason for doing what she does. It doesn't matter what you think about me and actually my brain looking at a movie and realizing what is shit. And it sure as shit doesn't matter if you want to call me sexist, despite the fact that even she herself has said dumb shit regarding the movie, one being that her character has no weaknesses. So you know what? You tell that person, you look him in his eyes, you look him in his little beady ass little eyes, you tell him he's going to take the DVD, you're going to shine that son bitch up real nice and shiny, you're going to turn it sideways and stick it straight up his Mary Sue loving ass, and then you just walk away.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah,
said.
pretty much. You got it right there.
Just do
Right
that.
there.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you ever are out in the real world and people are talking shit and you come back with facts and evidence and they just act like assholes, send them to our channel and we'll roast them for you. So, guys, I think this has been a good length episode. Let's put this baby to bed. So, is there anything else you guys would like to talk about before we close this episode out?
Not
Bring back
really.
Woodstock. Whoop.
Wait, hold on, what?
Woodstock 98 starring Limp Bizkit and Danny Masterson of that 70s show? Of course I'm in.
99, bro.
My bad.
Oh god, didn't they try to bring back Woodstock and it just became like a mud people fest? People kept like tearing shit down and burning things.
Mud People
Yeah,
Fest!
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Easy, Nick. What, was your grandpa on the show now? Yeah, I think it was 99 when they brought it back, and it was an absolute shit show. And I love reading about it. So
You know what I'd like to do is I'd like to find out how many babies were conceived at Woodstock 99 and then interview all of them and like ask them questions like, so how much of a white trash piece of shit are your parents?
Oh my god.
Do they still listen to the Biscuit to this day?
that's
one of
that's
them
their
will say, well, both my parents are dead, sir. They died in the trailer park fire of 2002.
So what you're telling me is that after your parents died, you were adopted by ICP and became a juggalo.
Damn.
Meth is a hell of a drug, sir.
Yeah.
somebody's got to make
Stronger
it.
than cocaine at some point.
Somebody's got to make it, you know. So, oh well.
Yeah, stupid people.
Yeah, that's fucking true. God damn it.
Well, okay, Nick, do you want to talk about Frankenthug before we go?
Yes, for the love of God, buy Frankenthug. We only have a few copies left. We're doing a convention. We're going to be at Days of the Dead Charlotte, I think, in May. We have a few copies left to sell there, and once those copies are done, we might do another round of them. We don't know, so buy your copy while you can.
Gucci.
Do it.
You throw up at the end of
Also,
that?
real quick, a quick thing to the patrons, guys. Your World Class Bullshitters autograph posters should be coming relatively soon. We got together in New Orleans. We all signed them. I got to get Phil and Coach Loudy to sign them, and then I'll sign them, and then they'll be on their way. So thank you for all of you who have been that level of patron for such a long time. You've all got your shirts. You've all gotten every other perk, and now the posters can finally come because we were finally all together. And Dustin won't be signing them, but I might just draw a dick in its place, and it's the same thing.
Exactly.
So, I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I am the man with the plan, the original tan, and I am not from Uzbekistan, Dion Green.
You're not an asshole either?
That too.
I'm friendly to everyone saying, for the love of God, buy Frankenthug. Please.
I've been Kendo. Hip-hop football rules.